guys have been adventuring in the lands of Toivoa. Specifically, you are out here at the Dragon's Horn, which is a extra-dimensional space that you guys have entered in your search for a way into the heart of Ostrea to find your kidnapped friend Bloodsword. Bloodsword was taken by a prismatic dragon and a woman that you didn't get to listen to their monologue because they had been silenced by Covet von Sin. Therefore, you have no idea where they are. You have some idea that they are somewhere in Ostrea and are currently looking for a way into the interior. As such, you guys came into the Dragon's Horn, went through a nasty maze, made peace with some dragons, and have made your way through the vast to an enormous draconic library. Within the library, you guys decided in your wisdom to go and look for relics and artifacts and ancient knowledge that would assist you in the future. You found a book at the end of a very nasty hallway that you guys, in an alternate timeline, killed yourselves in. You have gotten trapped in said book. I'm sorry?
Said that would have been a very volatile situation.
It would have been. Last week, you guys were looking through and attempting to find a way out of this library book to escape from Milfred's mansion. Covet von Sin and Twilight's Call have decided to take some time in the laboratory to perform some experiments. At least that's what they told everybody else. The rest of the party is currently recovering from having dealt with 2 mind witnesses, creatures that dealt psychic damage to the party. So, that's where we're going to pick up. What would you guys like to do?
Also, Kiki is cursed. So
Kiki is cursed, yes.
Yeah.
What did you do, Ray?
I mean, I was just trying to fight a couple of, fairy folk in the garden, and one of them got a little mad at me.
Well, I guess I'm going to have to explore this room. What's in this room?
It is a laboratory that has been stripped of anything of value. As you recover from your experiments, you find numerous shattered vials all over the floor, a barrette that belongs to you, your left shoe is in the corner.
So I gather my belongings, including the barrette. Put on my shoe, another accoutrement that are missing, and say to Twilight, I think our experiments were successful. We need to get back with the party.
Oh no, we may need to duplicate the results.
Later! We need to get with the party!
I heard that the results were explosive.
Why do you think your shoe ended up in the corner?
Yep.
Lots of vials on the floor.
Uh-huh. So what would you guys like to do?
She smooths his hair down, fixes his vest kind of thing, his shirt. Just gives him a peck on the cheek and says, okay, we really need to go. We can experiment later. Alright. So she starts heading out the door.
And I will follow close behind.
I'm sure.
Are we taking a short rest up here as we are
Up there, you guys were taking a short rest. Yes.
left up here, dear.
That's right.
No, it's left.
I went left.
Hey, Milfred, do you see where everybody else went?
I believe they went upstairs. After all, they're doing the job of cleaning out the mansion of all the riffraff.
Of course, thank you.
Thank you, Milfred. You're amazing.
I give him a scratch between the ears.
You're not as good as that other one, but it'll do.
Kevin says, "Excuse me, hold on. Let me get that for you." She scratches between his ears with her nails.
Not to be
That's
outdone.
better.
See, there we go. All right, so she follows Twilight.
And I'm assuming over here to the left.
It's Lauren. How you feeling after the last battle?
Feeling mostly whole.
I guess you can't really ask for better than that.
Is this where we're supposed to be?
Can we hear their
No.
voices? Are they close enough?
You cannot hear them.
Alright, we look for the stairwell.
I feel that we've been handling things well.
So you look for the stairwell, you find the stairwell, and you walk past the stairwell. Got it.
It's back here, Twilight. Right here.
Have we already investigated this room?
Oh,
You haven't already investigated the room.
You say have or haven't?
You have. Affirmative. Yes.
Okay.
it's Lauren.
Ah.
Covet.
Hi.
You have returned.
Yep, our experiments were very successful.
Did you invent
Excellent.
something that removes a curse?
Curse?
No, we practice safe experimentation.
All right.
Curse? Who's cursed?
I think I am.
You do need to be careful when you go out into combat. You need to make sure you wear a ballistic helmet.
I should have been wearing some sort of, protection, I think.
Saturday morning cartoons are not the same as when I was a kid. Oh, man.
And this is why this is not safe for children.
A CTD, a combat transmitted disease.
Wow.
Okay, that is going to be used in everyday jargon for Covet.
Alright, I'm gonna have to type that one out because it's going on the wiki.
Oh, totally.
Please be aware of combat transmitted diseases.
Or curses.
Effects and results may vary.
Wow. So how did you get cursed here? You said, I heard something about Fae?
Yeah, there was some fae in the garden that we were fighting. They look like little dragons, honestly.
Covet, why do you look hungry?
No. They didn't look like absinthe, did they?
I'm not sure. Yeah, kinda, a little bit, but small. But one of them got really big too. So they had magic of their own.
Not good. Okay. I don't know if I can. I don't think I can fix this, but I know who can give me the information to fix it. So, I may not be able to fix it now, but it will happen. What kind of curse do you have?
Well, it looks like when I go to attack things that I don't really attack too well, which might look like disadvantage on attacks.
So you have performance issues.
I've got performance issues.
Well, that is never good in any situation.
But acknowledging your problem is the first step.
It's really the
to
first step,
success.
if you think about it. Yeah. Shall we? I think we're just going to continue to clean out this area. Does anybody remember what's on the other side of this door that's closed?
Here we will
had a-
speak
we-
up. Excuse me. We haven't opened that yet.
Ah, yes.
Aelin,
Well, we
what's
do
the-
have a map. We've got a map of the space. So,
I recall correctly, there was in the adjoining room on the map, but that honestly pretends more perhaps danger, perhaps intrigue on the other side.
yeah, the map does look a little bit like it might have something going on back there.
So, foreboding. Gotcha.
Cheeky, if you give me a second, for the next hour or so, I can help you with some of your performance issues. I need to have something that is along the lines of performance enhancement, maybe.
We don't do steroids.
It's not a steroid.
I mean, if it'll help, I'll give it a shot.
I'm going to cast performance enhancement on Kiki.
Okay. Cool. Which version are we granting him of the performance enhancement on?
We're going to do Bull's strength.
Okay.
Wonderful. This is perfect. Thank you so much. Can I get 7 temporary hit points?
Yes.
Nice.
Now, this lasts up to an hour. Effects may vary, but it should assist with elements of strength enhancement.
Amazing.
Results
Do I
last for
need
more than
to-
4 hours. Please see a doctor.
Exactly. Do I need to wait 30 minutes before we go to the next room?
I would not recommend it.
Yeah, that's an old wives' tale. You don't have to wait 30 minutes before swimming or anything like that. It just automatically happens.
All right, wonderful.
If you read the text up underneath the 7 temporary hit points, it does say performance.
I love that. All right, Islara, are you gonna let's do it?
But I will dodge and I will open the door.
Okay.
Before you do that, wait, never mind. Well, yeah, I'm gonna prepare a Silas's Hinder Fate just in case.
And I'll
Sure.
prepare a longbow attack.
Okay.
Oh, it won't matter at the immediate moment. Cannot open this door.
Yeah, it looks like it might be locked.
Indeed.
Alright, let me look at it.
don't you have a key?
Yes.
You have Milfred's key. Why don't you see if that works?
Okay. All right, dear. I can do that. Bless your heart. I'm going to go and take care of this.
Oh shit.
Now, y'all do what you got to do. I'm going to be waiting back here with my drumstick.
All right.
Elwin, you look a little worse for wear. Do you need some healing or assistance?
No, I'm okay. I'm just going to go over here and contemplate the darkness.
My old friend.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Trevitt looks at her and is like, don't go far. I'm gonna jerk you back in here if I need to.
It's all right, darling.
And she's good at it too.
Oh, man, I can't go there. All right.
But he did!
She's good at jerking? Got it.
Let me just say, I missed you guys. It has been a couple weeks.
Saturday mornings are just not the same.
No, they're not.
No, I need my stress reliever, and this is it. And yeah, I haven't had it. Stupid internet.
Alright.
I'll prepare to open the door again. I'll wait till everyone looks like they've got whatever they need prepared.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm taking the dodge action.
Silas's Hinder Fate prepared.
And
Okay.
longbow shot at the ready.
Awesome.
Dodge and open.
A whole bunch of telescopes and something blurry there on the middle of the floor.
Looks like it.
Does it look like an observatory?
It does not. There are no designs on the ceiling. It's just 6 telescopes and a globe in the center. The globe is oddly flat. It's not a sphere. It's more of a flattened pancake.
It's part of that.
It was flat.
Part of the Flat Earth Society. Flat Toivola?
Oh, I will tell you that the founding member of that's name is gone. Plays in the
I
Saturday
will-
Night campaign.
Gosh.
Where did he go?
Maps.
Exactly.
Oh boy. Oh, you're so cute. And she just plays with your hair.
Oh, that's this.
I'll just take a step closer to it and examine it without touching it.
Okay. It appears to be a map of Toivoa.
I'm slowly inching up behind so I can see, but I'm using Twilight as a meat shield because I'm short and I can't.
I actually would like to compare and contrast it with my navigational maps, as well as the ones that we found with the Cartographers Guild.
Okay. You'll need to get closer to do that, of course.
Room.
I will.
Okay. As you enter the room, the map before you appears to be significantly more accurate and detailed than the one that you have made yourself.
Okay, I will use it as a reference and update my charts.
Very well. How long would you like to spend doing this?
Probably at least an hour, if not 3, depending on what the rest of the party is going to be doing.
I look at the map and I make note to to copy Twilight's map when he's when we're not in a rush. But she comes over and she actually starts looking at the telescopes and to where they're pointed. So she looks in. I mean, are they facing out windows?
It doesn't look like there's any windows in this room at all. There should be a door on the other side. It's Lyran. Is there a door over there?
Don't see one. I'll try feeling around for one. Let's go ahead and try to roll investigation.
I don't think Eric is transmitting.
Eric, can you not hear us?
Okay.
You hear me? No? Maybe?
Yeah, we can.
Yeah, we can hear
Okay.
you.
Okay. Apparently I
Yeah, the
muted
last-
myself.
Yeah,
No,
the
there are
last
no
few things
windows.
she said we-
No, there are no windows. You may investigate. Covet, the telescopes rotate as you touch one.
Is there any writing or anything like that on them? And I also
No.
take a look at the crystals on them.
Sure. The lenses are very nice and clean. With a 12, you do not find a secret door or any kind of opening here.
Do I need to roll anything for transferring information from the globe to my map?
A survival check, please.
Okay. Oh dear lord.
So, you mess up. Your charts are less accurate than they were before.
Wow.
Perhaps you could have used the performance enhancement.
Yeah, I could. It took a lot out of me. Evidently, Kiki needed quite a bit.
So did Covet.
And I don't.
This is just where the maps are at, right here?
Yes. The globe is in the center there. It's a good 3 feet in diameter.
See, I almost want to realize that I'm messing up and want to figure out a way to go about this better.
Okay. How would you like to explain that?
I saw Covet having interest in what I was doing and want to take the opportunity to show off a little bit. Noticing the failure, I want to attempt to explain it in greater detail.
Okay. Let's roll another survival check then. With a 19, you're able to describe the various land masses on the globe and realize that your charts are messed up. You can correct them.
I wish to correct my charts.
All right.
And I also want to throw a little deceit in there if possible to hide the fact that I messed up my chart while explaining it to Covet.
Sure. Roll your deception check. Covet, you realize that he is fibbing about how much he did the first time.
So she looks at him and goes, mm-hmm.
And he hangs his head.
Which is exactly what Covet would have done in real life.
Is this a door over here? Or
It is not. It is just the wall.
just a wall? Kiki pulls out his map of the building and we know there's a room on the other side of this. But I don't know how to get there.
Violet, would you try orienting the telescope nearest to you so that it is pointing at the map?
he has stepped away from the keyboard for a moment. So Covet is going to. He has been. Twilight has been very saddened at the fact that Covet has realized his deceit. He could not fib to his wife, so she just reaches around him and tries to move the telescope to point in the center like the others.
As you attempt to do so, he intentionally blocks that with his butt, and you end up pinching him instead.
That sounds about right. And after she pinches him, she moves the thing again.
Very well. And a door opens.
Nice job.
Oh, so smart. So smart, this is Lauren.
What's in here? Not standing on the thing, I'm going around it.
Before you, there is a book in front of a bookcase. It looks like this.
Without touching the book, because you know what happens when you touch strange books.
I don't know what
What?
happens when you touch strange books.
Trapped in mansions. But is there anything notable on the cover?
Yes. It says Milfred's Manual of Magnificent Mansions. It looks exactly like the book you touched when you got in here.
Is that bad?
Ow.
Ooh, another one! And I attempt to grab it.
You gonna go in there?
I'm waiting to see what everybody else does when I make the comment.
Alright. We're going to
Is that
target
a
our
bad-
tokens and roll for initiative, would be my guess.
Okay, so we don't touch books here. Okay, gotcha. Why not?
Wonder. It could either bring us a level deeper.
It could take us to a different location.
Or it could perhaps take us out of here.
But
Last
did we
one
want to finish
they'll
cleaning
only
this place up,
activate it.
Wilfred?
Yes.
Let's come back to this. Let's make a mark of this place and then come back and deal with the book when we're done cleaning this out.
I agree.
We could always go ask Wilfred about the book.
I'm certain
Has
he would
been
be
generally
willing.
forthcoming with answers.
Well, I'm certain he'd be willing to answer something, if, for the right scritches on his in between his ears.
So, if that door opened with all the telescopes pointing at the globe, what happens when we turn all the telescopes away from the globe?
I mean, yeah, I was going to say, Islan, you may want to get out of that room before we do that.
Okay, so I turn one away.
Door closes.
Well, that's our answer. Make me turn them all the way away.
I guess it's just towards the door for it to open. Interesting.
But then I shall these that are within my reach. And more expedient for when we return.
Yeah.
door opens once again.
What's in this room?
This was an alchemy lab, similar to the one that you experimented in, but it has been stripped clean of anything of value.
Gotcha. Okay. I follow.
That does remind me, Twilight. We found a magical longbow and considered whether that may be something that you would wish to wield.
Really? What's it do?
It is simply more effective than standard. Out of character is a +1.
Yeah. Oh, and we also have the Ring of Amity.
What's that?
It lets you work together with some friends, I think. It's if you want to look it up, it's Ring of Amity is what I have in my notes.
Play that for you guys.
We were thinking maybe you would like that, Covet.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, it's a pretty cool thing.
Anything to give me some healing would be great.
All right, I'm gonna dodge if you're opening that door there, Islaren.
I am also going to dodge as I open it. Seeing nothing, I will take steps forward, wait for and signal for everyone else to advance.
When we get time, I would love that ring.
Okay. Would you guys grant the ring to Covet?
Yeah, I think that was the plan. Which is why nobody attuned to it. But you'll have to attune to it at the next next short rest.
Sounds good. Thank you. Okay. So, what's in the room? Because I'm in the other room.
Right now there's 3 doors. The one we came through and 2 other doors, but there's nothing else. I can't see anything else in this room.
I'm preparing to open this next door as soon as I see everyone prepared.
Here, let me move. Excuse me. Sorry. Excuse me. Sorry. Okay. Come on in.
Ah, thank you.
Dodge and open.
Silence this hinder fate just in case.
Okay. As you open the door, the woman seated in the chair over there looks up at you. Yes.
I don't see a woman in the chair, so it's one of the other 2 people that see.
Can I help you?
Actually, who are you?
Oh, I am Lady Amelia. Please come in. Sit down. Roll wisdom saving throw. That'd be a DC of... DC is a 14.
Ooh,
Sarin, you will accept the suggestion to come in and sit down.
Hey, it's Lauren. Where you going? Come back.
Oh, how delightful. Why don't you come in and sit down as well? Roll wisdom saving throw. Going to be DC 14.
Is this a charmed condition?
It is.
I can, I have advantage to avoid that.
Yes, ma'am.
Or, yeah, so, you said wisdom saving throw?
Yes, ma'am.
18.
You don't have to go in there and sit down. You can if you choose to.
I will, step inside and walk over to, Miss Lauren and put my hand on her. As a sign of solidarity. And say, I'm sorry, I did not hear your name. What was your name again?
Amalia. And I will put that in chat for you here. There you go. Can I help you? Are you here on any specific errand? It's been a while since I've had a visitor of any class.
We have business, but why are you here? As she looks around the room.
I've been doing some research. My pet has decided that he is in charge, and I allow him to be delusional and believe so.
Who's your pet?
Yeah, that was the
A
question.
Tressa by the name of Milfred.
Ah. Well, isn't that the way the cats are? They think they're in charge of everything.
Of course. Wouldn't you have some tea? He offers you a cup of tea. She has been sipping it one herself.
I appreciate it, but no thank you.
Oh, well, that's just rude. Ah, very well. She goes and sips the cup of tea she offered you.
Covet, where'd you go?
My love.
Oh,
She
there
looks
you go.
over. Why don't you come in and sit down? Please roll a wisdom saving throw, Twilight. That'd be a DC 14.
No, thank you.
You're fine.
But I will stay over here.
Very well. And your business here was what exactly?
Well, we are guests, and as any guests, we were given the opportunity to remove pests.
Oh, my. Removing pests? That would be a wonderful thing to do. Oh, but yet you're here, and you're being quite rude. Wouldn't that make you a pest? You should remove yourselves from my presence.
No, we are going through the rooms meticulously, making sure that all pests are
And unwanted guests.
removed.
At the mention that you are going through rooms, she's going to cast a spell as a surprise round action.
And I have Silas's Tender Fate.
Very well. The fireball erupts in the middle of the room. I need you all to roll dexterity saving throws, except for one person, which Covet can decide whose die roll she saves. As we are going to have you guys do now the targeting of your tokens as we roll for initiative.
And you said dexterity?
It's a dexterity saving throw with DC 14 as a fireball goes off in the room.
Oh, I survived!
Well, we're nearest Lauren as well, so there's.
Plus, yeah, we're nearest Lauren, so that's a bonus. Yay.
Right. Everyone will save, so you will suffer half of the damage.
Not me.
Yep. So, our birdie friend will take no damage. However, the rest of you will each suffer 14 fire damage.
Now that was extremely rude.
Yes, and investigating the rooms in my mansion is also equally as rude. Should not go where you are not wanted.
I can't edit my my turn order, but I should be at 11.18.
Got it.
I mean, I guess it wouldn't actually move me anyway. I guess I'm still at the same place, but.
All right, Islarin, this woman has just cast a fireball upon you and your party. What would you like to do?
I think I will attack. Actually, I think he's been using. Am I aware that she was using a charm effect from
Yes.
from the suggestion? Okay.
Yep. The moment that she's aggressive towards you guys, the charm breaks.
Okay.
Not charming to throw fire at people.
I'm gonna
Depends on if you're in a circus or not.
I'm gonna use my channel divinity, Watcher's Will, and make sure that all of us have advantage on any other intelligence, wisdom, or charisma saving throws that we may face for the next minute.
Very nice.
I love you, Islarin.
Anything else you'd like to do, Islarin? No?
I think I'll just. Is there enough room to squeeze into the spot diagonally?
Yes. Uh-huh.
Okay, we'll do that. No bonus action.
I will show you guys a picture of her. She's not wearing anything metal. No.
I don't know, that looks like a whole lot of underwires.
The boning does not have to be metal. It can be actual, animal
Whalebone.
cartilage.
Yeah.
Very well. It becomes her turn at the end of Islarin's. This woman looks around. You are most unpleasant. And
You're no Peach yourself.
oh goodness, you said that. All right. She is going to start off by targeting. Oh, let's see here. I can target 2 people. 2, 4. All right, so I'm going to target Kiki and Covet as I cast Confusion. I need both of you to roll wisdom saving throws of a DC 14.
Is that charmed?
No, it is not a charm.
You have advantage regardless.
You have an advantage regardless.
Thank God for that advantage.
Yeah.
Thanks there, Islarin.
And then she will strike at Islarin with a quarterstaff. And miss.
Oh, she's so
I would
cute.
have done 0 damage. Check that out. Kiki.
Wow, I didn't know that was possible.
It is. Shakik, what would you like to do?
I think Covet's up next. Because of the plus.
Oh, yes, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's okay. It's because I got the +3 because from Islarin. Same
Gotcha.
thing for Twilight.
Very well.
All right, I look at her and I just let's go with Eldritch Blast on her.
Okay.
Always a solid choice.
11.
You will miss.
24
However,
doesn't
the
though.
24 will hit, yes. You will deal 11 force damage to her. A warlock. Oh, wait. It's odd that your patron can reach you here to infuse you with powers. We'll have to change that. Anything else you'd like to do, Covet?
I like my patron. Thanks. And just ignores her and looks at Twilight and says, "Darling, can you do something about this?"
All right. Twilight?
But of course, and I have this amazing activity that needs to be tested, and we'll reach for the +1 longbow and utilize it. Not once, but twice.
The first
Wow.
one will hit for 21 damage. She's not looking very well. Anything else you'd like to do? No?
No, because I didn't say utilizing a flourish.
Very well. So, after...
Where'd it go? As a... I think it's a bonus. Yes. I will grant Kiki MKL's inspiration.
I'm feeling inspired.
1d8.
Nice.
Kiki,
Very well.
why don't you go in there and show our host, in quotations marks, the appropriate way to handle a woman.
Whoa! Oh!
You come and look at him and
Oh.
like, watch it, honey. You're on
Oh.
you're treading on thin ice.
Oh. Yep. Oh, I'm out.
It's 1d8, it's a purple dot.
Remember, G America's not responsible for the mentions and character traits of the various NPCs and player characters.
Not while I'm drinking a beer!
Lady, you really should have left when you had a chance, to be honest.
I still will. A 21 will hit for 7 piercing damage.
That's a 13. Does that? I have a feeling that doesn't hit, right?
You have... Oh, you're correct. It does not hit because of the advantage and disadvantage.
But a 22,
however,
will.
does. Yes.
Yeah.
And she's not looking too good. I'm not going to use a key point here, honestly. For a bonus action, though, I am going to do an unarmed strike.
Okay. You will strike her for another 5 damage.
All right. Miss Lauren, what do you got to say?
Stun her!
Miss Lauren?
Little need to speak. I will just strike twice with my trident.
Nice.
Okay. With an 18, you will hit her. With a 20, you will hit her for a total of 19 damage. Striking her twice with that trident. Anything else you'd like to do?
Nothing else.
Very well.
Actually, no. I think I'll move back to here and just for any saving throws.
Very well. It becomes her turn. Because of where you moved, she's going to slide diagonally to here. Right amongst all of you. And she's going to look at Twilight. You should learn how to deal with a woman properly. And she's going to backhand you with her quarterstaff. A 12 to hit you.
That misses.
And then she is going to cast a spell. Is there anything anyone would like to do at this moment?
Counter spell.
You're going to counter spell?
Yep.
All right. Your Silas's Hinder Fate fails. Sorry, it does not fail. But you counterspell invisibility. He looks at you. And you claim this cretin to be yours? You are no woman that I can respect.
Watch who you call a cretin. And she proceeds to,
Jerk.
Do you allow him to strike you?
Sometimes you kind of enjoy it. And at that point, she flicks her off.
Depends on where, I guess. I don't know. Okay, but that's the end of her turn. Kevin, what would you like to do?
At that point, she, let's see. This is fun. She does, since she's right next to her,
Yes?
Yes.
she is going to, cast infestation on her.
Okay. Her Constitution saving throw against infestation will be a 1. She is infested, and she suffers 4 poison damage.
Such a
You're having a bad day, that lady.
bad day or just dirty?
And when she has infestation, particularly with the poison, it just looks like there is just this black ooze dripping off of her hair and only lands on her shoulders.
All right. Anything else, Covet?
No, we're good.
Twilight?
Enter.
What would you like to do, Twilight?
Well, I will shift over to here, pull out the rapier, and I will attack twice.
All right. And you will hit twice, and you will slay her.
Such a piercing rendition.
As you thrust into this woman with your rapier, she dies.
We'll have to inform Milfred that we've removed yet an additional pest from the match.
Are we still in initiative order?
No, we can exit the initiative back.
And does she have anything on her person?
She does. She has a quarterstaff, fine glamored clothing, and a ring of protection. Ooh.
Oh, that's nice.
Anybody need a ring of protection?
A ring of protection is +1 to all your saves, right?
Correct. And AC.
I mean, I wouldn't turn it down if no one wants it.
Would I?
Nor
Could
would
be useful
I.
for any of us.
Yeah. Do we want to just do a D20 roll? Highest one takes it.
I like that. May the odds ever be in your favor.
Beat an 11. Go ahead.
A
Give it a shot.
13.
Oh, that's high.
I think Kevin got a 12.
I got a 12.
All right. So, Islarian, as we form a small street, you could get the ring of protection.
Casting lots over this woman's body.
Her glamored clothing, are they magical at all, other than just being glamored?
Nope. It's just clothing that can look like other clothing.
Well, we could take those and sell them. I'm certain they'd be a pretty penny.
Yeah, it wouldn't. That's not a bad idea. Can we look around and see if what else is in this room? Like, what's back here? What's that?
Sure, there's a fireplace. There are a couple of racks on the wall of animals that have died. You search the room. There's a teapot. There is a small basket that contains a little bit of sachets. It's not tea. It's rather some sort of narcotic.
Oh, interesting.
I could identify it.
Please roll your nature check or medicine.
Or identify?
Yes.
As a ritual.
Very well. Excellent. Let me go ahead and get that for you here. A moment. It is 6 doses of red sood, and I will display that for you guys here.
Oh.
That sounds like a really good time.
I'm not a caster, but for you casters, that could be some really good stuff.
Suits fun. Not that I would know.
Reminds me of that one time when we were at
The one time you were experimenting with what?
In the laboratory.
Got it.
Got it.
So, I give, how many people are in our group? 6, so I give everybody 1 satchel of red suit.
Oh no, I can't use it. You guys should use it. I don't use the magics.
Okay, then I'll hold on to it.
But I love suit. Suit is fun. Yep.
Why does the side of the bag says brought to you by Book U?
All right. Twilight is. You want to open that other door out there? See what's going on.
I will defer to your expertise on that end.
Well, I think we're gonna let Islara do it.
I happen to have an affinity for reaching out and touching something, not quite the interpersonal experience. Not that this last bout of combat dissuaded that opinion.
Before I leave the room real quick, is this like a rune that's on the floor?
No, it is a carpet.
Or just a carpet? Okay. Alright, just making sure.
But
Is it a magic carpet?
It is a magic carpet.
Does it look like the drapes?
I'm gonna smack you.
Yes.
Ah! Fails. Alright, so
Males. Wow. You know, the last time I heard that joke, it was from a female. Just saying.
Absolutely.
Okay.
It was actually referencing to a guy, just for the record.
So, quick question though. Seriously, is this a magic carpet? Yes, no, maybe so.
Yes,
I don't know.
it
I'm
is.
asking you. It is. Ooh.
Identify is still up, so.
Yep. Identify it, Petey.
Okay. It is a magic carpet. Yeah, let me get that.
Does it show you the world?
I will show you the world.
Or can I write on said carpet?
This is a carpet of flying, but it is the small one. So let me go ahead and link that small one to you.
A whole new world.
Pretty good. It's almost like you know how to sing. I'm about to get slapped from Germany.
So this thing is too big to carry, correct?
It's 3 foot by 5 foot. no, you can easily carry this under your arm, but
Could
you have to roll it up.
I fit this in the haversack?
Yes.
And it's how heavy? Because it
The
doesn't say here.
carpet weighs 10 pounds.
I can
My
put
God,
that
this-
in the haversack.
The flying
Yeah.
speed is 80 feet. That's fantastic.
Yeah, I'm gonna put it in the haversack.
Okay.
Twilight starts to daydream about riding on the flying carpet, leashing arrows on the foes from up high.
I've always wondered what it would be like to fly, whether or not it would be similar to what it's like to swim high over the seafloor, how it would be different or the same.
Yeah,
I don't know what it's like to be in the water, but flying's pretty cool. I kind of like it.
I can only imagine. I mean, I've seen it through like absinthe size, which I think of absinthe and I'm like, hey, absinthe, and I pull out a sugar cube for him.
A big little hand comes out and grabs the sugar cube to pull it back into the bag.
Are you mad at me as she opens the bag?
The little dragonling is curled up, fetal position, nomming on the sugar cube.
I think you're happy. Alright. Okay.
Roll an insight check, please. Thank you.
Am I insightful?
You are not.
Dang it.
That's Fudge and Open Sesame.
Oh, sorry. I keep clicking on the door.
There. This- what do I see here?
That is a canopied bed. You're looking at the red canopy over the bed.
Got it.
Is this
Huh?
is there a door over here? Because there's supposed to be another room out here.
You may need to find how it is opened.
Investigate.
No telescope to point this time.
Yeah, exactly.
You look at the wall here, and it's obvious that this has been boarded up. This is no longer a door. For some reason, someone has covered the door and prevented access to that room.
Interesting.
Write it down.
Guys, this has been boarded up and to prevent access. Maybe we should break it down.
Got one job on this ship.
I think that's a good idea. Does it, when you say boarded up, is it like nailed boards across
Yeah.
there? Or is it like
Nailed
neatly done,
boards
or is
across there, and there is actually a wax that is formed in there as a caulking to prevent any airflow as well.
Are there any runes on the wax?
No,
No spells, no nothing?
does not appear to be.
Somebody else want to check for traps?
Yeah, I will just run my hands over the wax and the boards.
Okay, roll your investigation, please. Thank you, Kiki.
It looks
Covet?
fine. Everything looks fine
Covet's
to me.
investigation is pretty good. Let me send this to Covet.
I think we're good just to rip it off. Go ahead.
There you go, Covet. As you see Kiki preparing to remove the boards.
Stop! Stop! Stop!
What?
Don't
What?
touch
I'm
it.
just. Look, you can
Don't
get
touch
this.
it.
The wax comes out really easy. Look.
Don't. If you remove it, if you remove like any of the boards or the wax, everybody's gonna be sucked out of the room into the void and will be lost forever.
Oh, that seems bad. Oh, all right.
Yeah, don't touch it. Step away from the door.
Anything over here by this, was it a cat figure on top of a box?
It is a suit of armor with a spear across its arms. The spear has been removed, but that section of the wall there has a painting of the woman you killed.
Can I look behind the painting?
You can. There's a wall.
Well, that was a letdown.
What happens
this?
if I move the armor or arms of the armor or anything?
You move the arms to the armor. Excellent. The armor falls apart as it has been in that position for a very long time. The leather has rotted away, and the whole thing crumbles and shatters across the ground. Armor pieces everywhere. The painting that Kiki is next to is a picture of the same woman, reclining in the nude.
Hey, anyone want to see the lady that we killed naked? She's right here.
No, she's on the floor naked already. Covet stripped the dress off.
Yeah, I disrobed her and put her outfit.
Oh, right, because we want to sell her clothes.
Well, the painting is of her in a very relaxed position where she is being seductive as opposed to being stripped forcefully for everything she owns.
In a bloody heap on the ground. Yeah, that does.
Right. One is tasteful and artistic, and the other is a desecration of a corpse.
It was for archaeology.
Archaeology, desecration of corpses when no one really cares anymore.
There you go.
Excuse me, do any of you care?
Care about what?
My point. I'm good. I'm an archaeologist.
Grave robbing for people with morals.
Can I also look behind this picture?
You can. There's a wall.
Also a wall. Hey, what's behind your picture? I got a wall. Do you have a wall?
Hey, I've got a wall too.
Oh wow, so you have wall number 1 and wall number 2. Is there a wall number 3?
But why would you break the fourth wall?
We do it all the time.
Very meta.
Anything in... Is this like a dresser over here?
There's a dresser. There are some underwear, a couple of other dresses. All told, it's about 5 gold worth of clothing.
I'll leave it alone.
Even
I'm
Covet
sure
has her
there's-
limits.
Yeah, I'm sure there's another thing in there, but we're not going to discuss that.
It's a magic.
She was living alone.
She has to be occupied somehow.
She's been alone for a long time.
I believe then that we have completed the task of removing creatures from the mansion. Now we report to Milfred.
I mean, we don't know what's on the. I mean, I guess we can't go on the other side of this wall, but as far as I can tell, we've every other room we've cleared out.
And unless there are rooms that were not on the map we were given, then we have explored them all. We'll start heading toward the stairs unless anyone Unless anyone says
Yeah, no, I think we go back and tell Milfred that because I think Milfred said that we could get out of here once we cleared the place out.
Right, and come back and use it anytime we want.
Yeah, which is not bad.
no.
Go down the stairs. Awesome. He goes down the stairs as well. Got it.
I follow.
Same.
Thanks.
Have you found my manual?
We did.
Oh, very well.
It is-
Did you bring it with you?
No,
We didn't want to touch it.
We
Do
did
you want us
not.
to bring it?
we know where it is.
Of course. After all, that's how you get out of here.
Okay, I'll go get it.
We have otherwise been successful, unless there are rooms that were not on the map. We have cleared out everything.
I'll
All right.
pick up the manual.
You pick up the manual? Awesome. Let's go ahead and get you to roll for initiative, please.
Ah, shit!
No. Oh, crap.
Don't you know? You never split the party.
This is why we don't read while we're in a mission.
Reading is dangerous.
Should be that 25.
It gives you ideas and thinking.
You guessed on song, right?
Yes, good job. I'm so proud of you.
Are we
I know
rolling
my
for initiative
villains. Sure, we can have you guys roll for initiative. You don't know that anything's happening, but you can certainly roll.
Well, I've got 16 instead of.
Well, going down the order here. Twilight, the books have come alive. The sound of beatings. The books are alive.
Oh, hold it. This happened to
The
me last
sound
week.
of-
That's too close.
Oh, would you like to do Twilight's Call?
First, I react with, oh shit. Second, I will, bonus action teleport 30 feet away.
Okay.
All the way back here and say, oh shit, the book's alive!
The
and
two
then
people out here look at you. What?
Yeah, big book, over there, not good. Take action. And I will shoot twice.
Okay.
At the book?
Yes.
And you'll hit it. The swarm of books twice. Dealing, wow, 40 damage to it. Alright. Anything else, Twilight?
I will step this direction and yell down the stairways, we need help up here!
Alright. Kiki?
Hearing that, Kiki will run back out of the room and make his way back up the stairs, upstairs to where he's hearing the calls.
Very well. Anything else?
What's going on up here, Twilight?
The book, it turned alive when I touched it. It's in the room. Big, ugly, swarm.
A big ugly book? That's weird. And I think that's about as far as I can get because I dashed. So
Very well. Islar and Shunazath.
I will also spring into action. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Action to dash. And 60, and that is as far as I can go.
Right? Covet. You heard the brave cry of your husband asking for help.
I ran up the stairs. Oh, now what did you do?
I touched it. It became a swarm. Big, ugly thing of books. I jumped back and shot it and called for help.
Well, swarm of books. Alright, I hate to shoot a good book. Eldritch Blast at the swarm of books. Kiki,
Okay.
is Lauren, duck.
all right, I'm
He's a
not
blue
gonna...
jay.
Yeah, exactly. But I can be like a
He
duck.
could be flying, he could be hovering.
Very well. You will hit for 13 damage.
Older, we're never gonna get out of here if you kill that book.
I know. I'm just trying to knock it unconscious, I guess.
Do you have to spell magic?
No!
Well.
Ayla! And in turn.
Where'd Eric go?
You guys don't hear me?
We can't.
Yeah, we
now.
got you now. Yep.
Yep. Ayla looks over at you and goes, "What?"
Do you have dispel magic?
Of course not. Bless your heart for wishing I did. The swarm of books floats through there. And it's going to attack each of you one time with its swarm of books. We will start with Twilight. A 13 to hit you will miss. Ayla will get bludgeoned for 9. Islarian will get missed. Kiki, an 18 to hit you.
18 hits.
You will suffer 10 bludgeoning damage. Covet. And this.
Which
It's a 20 to hit you, Covet.
9 damage. Gotcha.
And then to Eowyn. A 16 does not hit Eowyn. We then go to Twilight's Call.
Not good. I will. Well, since he's this close, because of where my party is and where the books are located, if I were to use the rapier and strike, would I get advantage of it?
No, they have to be outside the token. Get flanking. You are not a kobold.
Okay. Well, I will.
I'm close.
I will. strike
Advantage would have
twice
been so cool.
with the rapier.
Okay. A 16 will hit. What was your roll? Alright, so you will deal 15 damage, and then you will critically strike on the second attack, dealing 21. So you will destroy the swarm of books. You have in your hand the book that you took. However, the rest of the books have been destroyed.
Ah, that's good.
So those were the ones that were inside and changed to the bookshelf?
Yep.
They're still not changed to the bookshelf.
They're not chained. They looked
So now that
chained.
these books
They
have
are
been,
not. Someone has done this adventure in a different setting.
And you said that there's none of these books are of value or knowledge.
Not anymore, not after you've run them through with a rapier,
It's just a lot
blasted
of
them with
pages on the
Eldritch
ground.
blasts, shot them with arrows. No, they're not worth anything anymore.
Do you think these would be holy texts? No.
They are holy texts now.
Well, this concludes this enlightening transplendence. I guess it's time for us to go back to.
All right.
Not like he couldn't have handled that himself.
Covet just kind of looks at the books in sadness and mourns the loss of them.
Wilfred looks at you as you enter. It's been done now.
Yes, your unwanted guests have been dispatched with, and here's a copy of the text that you requested. However, the accompanying texts at said location are now rendered holy.
Interesting. And how were you able to impose divinity upon the written word?
Through application of steel.
Interesting. I will have to learn this. Would you mind demonstrating how you have done so and become a demigod yourself?
I pull out the rapier and I perform a couple of my flourishes.
Okay. I don't believe that has worked. Very well. To escape, simply open the manual, and we will exit this magnificent mansion.
And Milfred, your mansion has been magnificent. Is it any way that we might potentially partake of such delicacies within at another time?
Of course. Once we are out, I will allow you to keep the manual.
Fantastic.
Just a quick question though. Amalia?
Yes.
Yes. Detective.
What was she researching?
Oh, just the erotica that she finds interesting. The inane babbles of humans. You understand.
Yeah. Okay. Alright.
I don't think she's researching it. I think she's going to be down for a rather indefinite nap.
Ah, good riddance. Now I'm free. Thank you for freeing me. I appreciate it. Please open the book so that we can all escape.
And once the entire party is in close proximity, and I mean the entire party,
I can't get to my keyboard at the moment. Help!
I will then open the book.
You open the book, and you guys are transported out and into the library proper.
I remember this.
We're back.
What does Milfred do now that he's back in the library?
He licks his paw, scratches behind his ear, stretches his wings. Been a very long time. Thank you so much for the freedom. Have a good day. I'm going to be departing.
And we will have your hospitality at another time, of course.
Perhaps. perhaps we will meet again at some point. After all, spending 1,000 years in that prison was unpleasant. Ta-ta! And
1,000 years is
he
a long time.
leaves.
What did we just do?
The Tressum flies away over the bookcases and will disappear from view. I'm going to take about 90 seconds. I'll be right back. You guys can discuss what you just did while I'm away from my desk. Be right back.
That is very much the energy of like, you know what you did.
So much better. I hate to see the enslaved of the poor folk. And it was such a magnificent mansion.
It was a great little, mansion and stuff, but I'm just wondering why he was in prison there for 1,000 years.
I don't know. I mean, if somebody's been in for 1,000 years, don't they receive a little parole?
I assume it was related to what he mentioned about Kyofu.
Oh, right. Yeah, I forgot about that.
And if he's been in prison
And
once,
Alexia,
I'm
that
sure
was,
that whatever imprisoned him would have the opportunity to do it again if something else were to arrive or be conducted or other mal. Good work. I appreciate your assistance. This should definitely go down into legend as how we've procured and made utilization of this magnificent mansion.
Yeah, that's that'll be handy. Islaren, do you remember what the offense was that Milfred did?
Attempting to supplant Kyofu.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Do not have much confidence in his chances at success were he to try it again.
Agreed.
I have returned.
Oh, Milfred, what are you doing back?
Not Milfred. This is your GM speaking. So, you guys can pick up the magical manual of Milfred's Magnificent Mansion and add it to your inventory.
Nice.
I will do that now.
Very well. Twilight's adding it to his inventory. Great.
Let us seek out librarians such that we may acquire the I'm sorry, unlike Twilight, such that we may gather the information that requested.
Yeah. Let's go see if we can find the librarian.
Okay. So you go looking for the librarian. Doesn't take you long to find Siobhan sitting at a table in front of some books. Yes.
I've completed Milford's trial.
Excellent. How did it go? Everything well?
Of course.
Of course.
So you left him in there, I assume.
Of course not.
Very well. Should you see him again, I will ask you to use this, and she will hand you an iron flask.
You want us to get drunk?
No, simply open it while adjacent to Milfred to recapture the insidious fiend within this.
I've seen those
Iron
before.
flask.
It is an iron flask.
Yeah, I've seen those before.
How many times can this be used?
Hopefully, only the once in order to capture Milfred.
Why do we want to capture Milfred? I thought you wanted to let Milfred go.
No, I wanted the manual. But Wilfred is a fiend that is deceptive and seeks power. Sure that he's up to no good now that he has escaped.
How many times can this be utilized?
Once to capture Milfred.
And nobody else.
I would prefer that you use it for the intended purpose. However, if you chose to use it on something else, you could.
Awesome.
I am providing it for Milfred's recapture.
He was quite hospitable.
Of course he is. Got you on his side, didn't he?
He got what?
He got you on his side. You believed him. You thought him your friend.
I mean, he didn't seem like a bad guy.
Of course he
And as
didn't seem like a
celestial
bad
rather than
guy.
fiendish.
You believe everyone you encounter?
Well, no, but if he
You've been
seems like a good guy to us.
You've been deceived by a devil of extraordinary cunning.
That seems bad.
It is not your fault. It's simply a weakness that he exploited.
And do you have a way to remedy such weakness?
I have provided that to you in the form of the Iron Flask.
I mean, you could have put out in the instructions before we went into the book that Milford was to remain at said location.
I did not know he was inside.
But that was the question you asked of us upon our return.
Indeed. Very well. Is there anything else that I can help you with, as you have caused trouble to all of Toivoa?
Well, we completed the assignment you requested of us.
We're not
Indeed.
the first. We're not the first who've caused trouble to Toivoa, and we probably won't be the last.
That is very true. Especially if you have dealings with my mother.
And who might that be?
Covet looks
She looks...
away.
Yeah. She looks directly at Covet. And Van Borken would like to grant inspiration to Twilight's call.
Thank you. I greatly appreciate that. Do we know your mother?
Covet continues to look away, looking at the books on the wall, on the shelves, but not getting too close, so she does not touch.
You may have encountered her. However, some of you have more intimate relationships with my mother than others. But enough about me. What is your next step?
Well, before we leave the library, and there's a vast treasure trove of knowledge that you so happen to preside over, was there additional books or information on Raphinus?
On Raphinus? Afraid that those are highly limited, but I have heard the name and am familiar with her travels. What would you like to know?
Well, you've mentioned before about educating and or removal of those that happen to fail at their missions, and I would like to see such actions happen to Raphinus, and I was wondering what information you might have to help bring that about.
Interesting. The information that I have on Raphinus is that she is a bard of amazing talent that roams the plains, entertaining nobles and villains alike. She is immensely powerful and has a tendency to engage in sympathetic magics.
As she wreaks havoc across the Feywild.
Well, the Fey realms, as well as material planes, along with others. She's been spotted on the material plane of air, the primal plane of air, fire, wind, and water. She's been spotted amongst the astral sea, in the Shadowfell, a variety of places. She's even been seen in Celestia itself.
She gets around.
No more than any other whore.
I
You
see.
speak of sympathetic magics. What do you mean by that?
Sympathetic magics are ones where an effect is applied to a totem or implement, and the effect is then applied to a target somewhere else in reality. Are you familiar with the term voodoo?
I was gonna say that sounds like voodoo to me.
Hoodoo?
The voodoo you do so well.
Voodoo?
You do.
Voodoo the voodoo that you do so well?
Of course.
All right. Well, are we still looking for your friend? Maybe maybe you librarian lady. Maybe you can help us find a friend.
Yes, after all, we were speaking of what information you might be willing to provide of Sigeos, so that once we had proven ourselves worthy, that it would be information that would assist in destroying him.
A powerful book of secrets.
Very well. If you seek more information about Sigeos, I can provide you with some. Not much. But he is a devious person. As Rafinus is as well, Sigeos is more of a opportunistic individual. A dragon of cunning and lithe, deceptions, and the complete lack of forthrightness. Do not believe a word that he says. Everything he says is a lie. He's currently working on establishing a series of drugs that are shipped across Toivoa. He's taken an innocuous drug known as Frenzy that is red in color and refined it and distilled it into a more lethal substance known as Frenzy as well. However, this one is intensely purple. Should one take the drug, shortly after consumption and the beneficial effects, they die in horrific fashion as their eyes pop and bleed out across the ground. Sigeos is working with Rafinus and is seeking ways to cause havoc and control Toivoa.
I did not know that Sigeus was working with Rafinus.
Oh, you do now. I know that there are others that are seeking to disrupt Sigeos' plans. There are pirate princesses and individuals from far and wide who seek to disrupt his plots for their own financial gain.
Nothing wrong with making a little
That
extra money.
Sounds oxymoronic. Know that brigands as such had any sort of code they adhered to, would respect structures such as that.
Everyone
Plus
has
it
a
is,
set of rules that they behave by, even if it is the severe lack of rules and scruples. Everyone has a reason that they do the things they do.
Twilight looks away from her at that note.
What is your purpose with Sageos and Rafinus and the rest of Australia?
Well, Sigeos and his lackeys kidnapped a compatriot of ours that we were looking to get back.
Interesting. And you believe that he still lives?
Just the attempt at recovery is nothing short of what we would want them to do for us as well. We have to make the attempt, but it was only after our pursuit of Sigeos did we find out about Frenzy and the additional threats posed to Toivoa, and it's only through our conversation with you did we find that Rafinus was also involved.
Very well. So, you seek to rescue this friend of yours. Sageos' base of operations is located far to the south of the Dragon's Horn, near the Southern River. You will have to pass through vast amounts of desert and encounter, no doubt, the various nomads that travel. Remember, the people here look down upon people who mess with the crystals in the area. Do not touch, or you will encounter the entire force of every nomad across all of Australia as they view the crystals as sacred. Along the way, you will also encounter gnolls, dragons, worms, Kuthrik, etc. The dangers that lie before you are vast and numerous. I encourage you to make friends as opposed to enemies. Should you make more enemies than friends, you will eventually run afoul of them in some way and be slain. Cautious of the wild balls, and remember that fear is in the mountain.
How do we deal with fear in the mountain?
If you so choose to face fear in the mountain, that mystery.
So you don't even know what fear is.
She raises an eyebrow. I've experienced fear. I've tamed it. Fear serves me now.
While residing in the mountain?
Perhaps.
But if you have conquered fear, doesn't that mean
I
you would
never said I
fear-
conquered fear. I use it, and it serves me. I have not conquered fear. To conquer something is to subjugate it in all cases to your will. Even I fear a few things. Do you not?
Interesting concept. Not one that I had pondered.
If I bring you to a higher state of enlightenment, I've done my job as librarian of the Dragon's Horn.
And your assistance has been greatly appreciated.
You are welcome for the assistance I have provided.
Shall I say hello to your mother for you?
Twilight looks at
If you so wish.
On
If you wish me
additional
not to, then I will not.
It matters not to me one way or the other.
Fair enough.
What were you saying, Slarin?
How much distance is it that we must travel before we are no longer in the Dragon's Horn?
When you leave the library, you will no longer be within the Dragon's Horn. It will be placed within the bounds of the Australian continent.
Really?
Where? I cannot say. The
Oh,
library
interesting.
has a mind of its own, and the will of Emery Rosie will plant you where you need to be for the moment.
Is there any
Good.
supplies or items of assistance that we may make use of once we leave this library?
That which you bring with you, of course.
I'm sorry, the will of who?
Emery Rosie, the great gold dragon from ancient times, has infused this temple with their knowledge. You do not think that these books arrived here on their own, did you? These are the
I don't know.
collective hordes of a great dragon.
Covet smiles just a little bit, knowing that she had guessed correctly at one point. She's really excited, but she's trying to hold in her fangirling at the moment.
Which means she's bouncing.
Which means that Twilight is watching.
Absolutely, and slightly distracted.
Slightly? Come on. You're not supposed to be doing that right now, Covet. Stop it.
She flicked you off.
Only webcams worked.
No!
No, you don't want webcams.
No? Oh, okay.
If Emery or Ozzy was to take revenge on someone, who would they be taking a revenge on?
Vagradin the Great.
Got it.
And perhaps his subordinate, Dulmat. I'll put their names in chat for you here.
Like as in the two-headed dragon?
Indeed. Vagradin, the 3-mile-long, two-headed wrath of the skies that has been resurrected and is wandering Toivoa searching for the reincarnation of Emery Rosie.
Over there at Art Folly.
They were spotted within the land of Shu. Kydrin has been raiding Fort Folly as of late.
On the way. It was on the way to Fort Folly.
Correct.
We passed Fort Folly.
You guys passed Fort Folly. On the way there, Vagradin flew over you guys, but that was way up north.
Oh, that's right.
The dragon that she just mentioned is named Kydrin. It's spelled like that.
That's the one that's currently at Fort Folly.
That's the last one who was there, yes.
So they got a rotational schedule going on, or do they every Wednesday, Friday, or is this every...
I think that's a little bit too formalized for dragons.
I just wasn't sure if they had just a rotation of who was next in the order to show up at appropriate places.
It's more of an opportunistic system where they arrive and hunt.
Covet just looks at him and just glares. Quit poking the dragon.
I am no dragon. I take offense
Never
at
said
that implication.
I was not talking about you. I promise.
Interesting. What dragon were you speaking of?
Yes, Cubby. What dragon was I poking?
The angry one.
I believe Kevin believes herself to be a dragon.
No, I don't. Though I do know of someone who might.
Dragons are known for coveting.
Oh, interesting.
How will I handle this? Absent? Am I a dragon?
Careful, you might wake the dragon.
The little dragon comes up, sticks its head out, looks around, tilts its head up at you, and puffs a little smoke at you.
See, I'm no dragon.
It nuzzles up against your neck.
Good boy. And she gives him a sugar cube.
You gift smaller dragons with gifts of food in order to satiate their curiosity and bend them to your will. Seems very draconic to me. Roll an insight check. Need you beat an 18. With a 21. Twilight, you recognize that this is the way that Siobhan jokes. Covet, you catch it as the lack of sarcasm. Her humor is too dry for you to pick up on.
I just kind of look at her and smile, and that's about it.
Noticing the lack of understanding of the joke, I will then address the party at large and put my request out to our lovely host of, is there a way that we could conduct ourselves in a long rest before we depart our hospitality?
I care not. Find yourselves a comfortable place upon the floor. She turns, and with a clack, 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 she begins to walk away.
But before you leave,
Yes.
So when I was fighting some of these creatures in that mansion, I got cursed. Can you help me?
She raises an eyebrow. Of course. What is the nature of the curse?
It's
Covet leans over and she whispers in her ear, he has performance issues.
As you lean in, she smells like ashes. Like burnt carbon.
Oddly enough, I kind of like that smell, so yeah.
She leans down to you, Kiki. Very well. Allow me to remove the curse from you. Yes?
Yeah, that would be great. Yeah, if you could do that, I'd love that.
She's going to cast a spell. Those of you who have seen Remove Curse realize this is not Remove Curse.
Oh, shit.
Please roll your Arcana checks.
My Arcana check is going to be... Kiki will have no idea what's going on.
Awesome.
Yeah, there we go.
Perfect.
Wow, Kiki.
You do not
Thank you
recognize
so
what
much. I
this
feel
spell
better.
is. As she reaches down and she touches you, you feel the darkness wash out of you, and you see it climb up her arm and disappear into her skin like a mist being dissipated. She smiles, and for just a moment, you watch as black mist washes across her purple eyes and then disappears, returning back to purple.
Covet looks at her and raises her eyebrow like, I know what you just did. I see you.
She smiles. Indeed. If you know what I did, then perhaps you could do it yourself. Shame that you do not care about your friends.
I didn't realize I could do it. Thank you for the lesson.
Perhaps. Perhaps you misunderstand what has been done. You may need to entreat my mother once again. Have a good day.
Very real possibility. Thank you.
Thanks again, lady.
She strides away efficiently as the one woman who we have all seen in a business environment who does not have time for anything else. Clack, 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 clack down the hall. She does look good going, but damn, you should never mention that.
She kind of gives me a Devil Wears Prada vibe.
Yes.
Yeah.
Very much so.
That's hot.
If you guys remember Charlie's Angels, Lucy Liu, heck yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. Wow, that's
What a
old.
ray of
I am.
sunshine she was.
Yes.
She was hot.
Barracuda.
So hot.
I am so old. That movie's probably older than you are, Islarin.
That
Which movie you were talking about?
It really does.
Charlie's Angels.
Yeah. I mean, if you really want to get in the Wayback Machine, the TV show.
Oh yeah, well, Lucy Liu was not in the TV show.
She was not in
No,
the
she
TV
was
show.
not.
Yeah, she would have been a child then.
Yeah. As would I. But I still watched it because my dad liked it. My mom didn't. But oh well.
So, do we want to use Milfred's Manual of Magnificent Mansion to take this long rest?
Oh, you think we just can't do a regular rest in the library?
We can, but why rest in the library when you can rest and glamour and style?
Fair enough. Fair enough. Although there's a lot of dead bodies flying around there, but they're probably gone soon.
They should be gone.
All right. So you guys want to use the manual?
Absolutely.
Sure.
Cool. Awesome. So you open up the manual and you go into the Magnificent Mansion.
Oh, wow. This looks different than the last time we were here. Is that gold?
It appears to be. It's unacquirable.
I don't see the mansion.
You know, this large cave is the mansion area.
Okay.
The prison of the mansion has been removed.
Ah, okay. So look for the spa area to get a massage, relax, get something to eat, and then sleep for the 4 hours.
You're actually going to sleep? Exciting. Exotic.
And of course, the other 4 hours will be to read The Weasel in the Meat Locker.
Very well. By yourself?
I am never by myself.
Okay.
I am always accompanied by company.
Cool. So, guys, go ahead and take a long rest. Is there anything you want to do before the end of the long rest? No? All right.
No,
Go ahead and
I
hit the
think
long rest button, recover hit points, spell slots, resources, etc.
Oh, that's so much better.
That does feel good.
That fireball to the
I'm
face was
refreshed.
most unpleasant.
I'm sorry, what was the question?
I said the fireball to the face was most unpleasant.
Indeed. All right. You guys want to leave the Magnificent Mansion, return to the library?
Yeah, let's get going, guys.
Yep.
No time to waste.
Very well. Return to the library to be in charge of the Magnificent Mansion. So,
It didn't say how many charges.
sorry?
It doesn't say how many charges.
It has a maximum of 3. It had 3.
Okay.
You're down to 2. Ready to leave the library?
Yeah, let's figure it out.
See, if I regain a charge,
At dawn.
is it dawn?
It is not.
Okay.
Haven't seen a dawn in quite some time.
Yeah, that is a problem.
I didn't think about that till after the fact.
Ready to leave the library?
Yeah.
Let's see where it shall deposit us.
All right. You all open the door, you look out, and you see the ocean ahead of you. You want to take a step?
No landmass at all?
None.
I will close the door.
Okay.
I will open the door.
You see the ocean ahead of you.
Close the door again.
Okay.
Kiki, you try open the door.
All right. Let me give it a shot. I'll open the door.
You see the ocean ahead of you.
This isn't going to be good.
You guys want to ride the carpet? We can ride the carpet out in the ocean. You can fly over it.
I don't think it can hold all of us.
Is a
It
3
can
foot by
hold-
5 foot rug.
I'm small,
And
and although, Lyran, you're kind of big. No offense.
It is more the equipment that we carry that will certainly over-encumber it. I'll take a step into the ocean.
Okay. You watch as Islarin steps out of the door and disappears.
Oh, that's not going to be good.
I'm gonna fly over Lyran over the ocean.
You watch as Kiki also disappears.
This is going to suck. And I stepped.
Twilight
I
disappears,
follow.
leaving Coven months in. Okay, you all follow. Very well.
Yep.
You step out onto sand in front of a large series of tents.
Oh, thank God.
No more, yeah, watch out for the crystals, right?
The sun is low and is off in the distance. This is the first time you've seen the sun in quite some time.
Wow. Vince, we have an audience. We have a chance to perform.
Calm down. Let's figure out where we are first.
And then we perform.
Let's see.
Twilight's already
I don't know. This is making me a little anxious. All this talk about performance.
You consulted a professional. You should be good. I understand it may be gun shy, at least initially, for some opportunity.
What you want to do is you see this tent in the distance, wind blowing through the tents.
I start my greetings and walking towards the tent.
Okay. You start your greetings. What exactly do you say? Can I get a persuasion check?
Good evening. Anybody over there?
As you say so, several people turn wearing long, swooshing garments, and all of them grab at swords. No one draws, but everyone has their hand on one. There are a couple people laying on the ground playing a game. One of the individuals walks up to you, a burly man with a black beard. He's wearing a white tunic with a white headscarf that comes down almost to his waist. Greetings, foreigners. And he holds his hands wide and palms upwards. Greetings.
I do the same.
Who are you?
Why, you may call me Twilight, and I happen to be a traveler.
Twilight. From where?
From lands across the sea, and as recently as the Dragon's Horn. Where might we be currently?
You are with the Slashing Winds. I am Elbeck of the Slashing Winds, and I'll put that in chat for you here. Welcome. You who travel the sea from far away are welcome within the tribe of the Slashing Winds. You are not the first that I've seen from amongst the far reaches. Those who travel the waters are rare, though. You are unlike the others who came before.
I trust their intentions were as peaceful as ours, as we attempt to rescue a friend from Australia.
You seek to rescue a friend from our lands. Strange goals.
He was
Unfortunately,
captured by someone.
If they are not capable of freeing themselves, then what worth are they? Are they injured? Are they wayfinder?
They are not a wayfinder, though you're not the first to have mentioned such capability, and I would be interested in learning more.
Come, let us speak. And he puts his arm around your shoulders and ushers you towards the tent.
And of course, I will imitate likewise.
I follow.
His burly shoulders are so muscular that you can't get your arm up and over.
I make a valiant effort.
He's kind of got you in this guiding thing where you're kind of the little spoon and he's just kind of moving you along.
Oh, it's like what you do with our son when you're trying to teach him something.
I mean, I am 6'2", but I'm lean, so yeah.
Not in real life, you're not 6'2".
No, I'm not. I'm talking about my character here.
Okay, yeah. All right. As he ushers you into the tent, the wind subsides as the tent is redirecting the wind around it. Do the rest of you follow in?
Yes, I follow.
Yeah.
Okay. The people who are laying on the ground each has some form of disfigurement. A burnt arm, a missing leg, blind in one eye, etc. Each of them is injured in some massive way. The people who are all standing all appear to be whole of body and cheerful and respectful to the people who are on the ground.
I agree.
You guys,
everybody that is in the tent with arms open wide, palms up, and say greetings. I'm Twilight.
this is Twilight of the Wandering Seas. Far away, he has sailed to come here by means of water walking. Welcome.
And whose hospitality do I take pleasure of this evening?
Mine, Elbeck of the Slashing Winds. This is my mate, Kinitai of the Slashing Winds. And a woman, strong woman, steps forward. She's easily 6'1", probably weighs a good 240, all muscle.
Covet just nods her head and puts her hands out, facing upward, palms upward. I am Covet, mate of Twilight.
The woman steps forward to you and looks you in the eye, Covet, looking down at you. Do you not have your own identity independent of your husband?
That I do.
Then why do you say that you are simply his mate? Speak proudly of your accomplishments.
He and I are a team, as everything that we do is together. We've been this way for many, many years, and we'll continue that way many more.
You are an odd one. Codependency amongst our people is viewed as a weakness. Strange that you would be proud of such a fact. I'm not one to judge, truly, those who wander the seas and arrive within Australia's borders. But I will find it odd to my own senses. And you, tall one, she, leaves you there. You're about to talk. She turns and goes over towards the Solarian.
That's okay. That's fine. I just breathe and say the mantra. I can't make everybody happy. Can't make everybody happy. Can't make everybody happy. In my head. In my head.
Us fraba. You, tall one. What is your name and where are you from?
I'm Islarin. I hail from the sea.
You hail from the sea. Is Lauren of the sea? How does one live amongst the waves?
One swims, one hunts for fish, one how does one live on the ground?
Well, we live well. To live amongst the sea is to be dashed upon the rocks. To seek fish is to do so with a hook and line. Find your affirmation that you live upon the sea fantastical.
Not upon the sea, beneath it.
Beneath the sea? But one would drown.
I would
She
not.
would not.
Strange.
It helps to be able to breathe air and water.
Perhaps so. Such a talent should be taught to others.
Would that I could.
She nods at you. Learn, and we may trade. And you, small one.
Yeah, hello.
You seem as the great birds of the mountains, but smaller in stature.
Ah, yes.
Interesting.
I can be. I'm a little shorter than my friend here, Islarin. But I'm here. I come from Raipur. You know where Raipur is?
I do not. But your name is what?
I am Kiki.
Kiki of Raipur. Interesting.
Well, I'm
Names and
Kiki.
places I have not heard of.
Have you heard of the Serene Waters?
I have. They are far away. Our wayfinders find us there.
Yes. Well, I studied with Master Ope at the Monastery of the Serene Waters.
It was a monastery.
It's a place where you study with Master Ope.
Oh my gosh, I love Kiki so much more right now, in this moment.
Interesting. And how would one approach this monastery?
Well, I was probably, living in the streets at the time, and Master Ope approached me, and then we walked into the monastery together.
So the master seeks the sands, looking for students, and brings them into his tent. So the monastery is a large tent.
I mean, figuratively, you could say that. It's really just a short building.
A building. Such as
Yeah.
in Fort Folly, the structures that are destroyed whenever they are found by the dragons.
Yes, although we don't have the dragon problem you've got here, from what I hear. I've heard you
The
have a
dragons
lot
are
of
not a
dragons.
problem, they are simply a fact of nature.
Fair enough. Fair enough. So yeah, so that I mean, we haven't never been destroyed, so I don't know. Maybe that's because Master Ope's a good guy.
Perhaps. Or more powerful than you realize. Either way, I would like to meet this Master Ope. Should he find us, I will speak with him.
Yeah, he might, he might show up. You never know with him. He kind of shows up in unexpected places.
The other individual, Elbeck, is standing next to Twilight and whispers in Twilight's ear, "Is she not magnificent?" As he's observing his wife grilling the rest of your party.
Full of strength and tenacity.
Indeed. When she and I are in the hammock, there is no sating her. But why have you come to the slashing winds, Twilight of Over the Sea? Having gives a sugar cube to Absinthe. The individuals see you do this, Covet, and they begin murmuring. Kiratai walks over to you. A dragon as a pet? What sorcery is this?
He has chosen to stay with me.
Chosen? You are his pet.
I am his pet as much as he is mine. But yes,
Intriguing.
he is my
More
pet.
We're strange peoples from over the seas. The lands far beyond must be indeed amazing.
And
yet,
Come. It is
Okay.
dinner time. You walk
as we make
in.
our way to wherever he's guiding us, I ask Elbeck of the slashing winds if he appreciates the melody of the winds and the noise and the music that it produces.
Of course. That is why we wander these lands. We find the bones of the old ones, and we carve them so that the wind blows through them and causes the whistling and songs.
Covet walks over to Twilight and gives him a kiss on the cheek and casts guidance on him.
Well, if I may be so bold, with your great hospitality of bringing us into your tent and introducing us to your family, if I might bring out my pipes and produce my own melody of the winds.
By all means, we seek to learn those melodies that you can draw from the spirits.
And I will begin to play my pan flute as we make our way towards dinner.
Okay? Please roll your performance check. With a d4.
Yes.
With a 17, it's passable. It's nice. They haven't heard a pan flute before. And the whistling that comes off of the bones sounds like a melody that you guys can bend and harmonize to. You walk further into the tent. On a spit in the center of the tent, above a roasting fire, there is an enormous bird. It has been skewered and is rotating. 2 men stand there, basting it in butter.
Smells amazing.
This makes me nervous.
Elbeck leans down to you, Kiki. Do not be nervous, for you are not one of them all. Plus, you benefit from the fact that you do not have enough meat on you to be consumed.
Fair. Yeah, I'm all feathers, really. Feathers and claws. Nobody's gonna want to eat that.
Stay with us for long enough, and we will fatten you up to where you would need to be concerned.
Twilight
He
laughs.
jokes and pats you on the back.
How does one go about hunting and acquiring a mall?
We do not hunt them all. We raise them. They are our family and kin. We raise them from egg to adult, and the old ones are slain and consumed.
Such as the circle of life.
A circle of life. No one can ever say that line right. Just saying.
Nope.
So, come. Break meat with us. And he walks up with a long curved knife and slashes into the roasting bird and cuts off a piece of the bird and hands you the whole piece of the bird by hand. Its juices dripping down his arm to his elbow.
I will go and partake.
Okay? It's delicious. It tastes like a cross between chicken, duck, and turkey.
It's a turducken.
It's a turducken. Holy crap.
Damn it.
It's so yummy. Covet goes, follows.
For those of you who have
and-
never had a turducken, it's actually really good.
Oh, yes.
So, in all fairness, this greatly reminds me of some other meals that I participated in faraway lands.
Oh? What other meals have you had that are like our great ball?
Oh, I'm waiting for the side dishes in which we reach in with our bare hands to partake as well.
He smiles. Of course. And produces an entire vat of eggs.
Are these cooked eggs or are these raw eggs?
You look at them, you're not sure, but they're glistening black pearls about a half-inch in diameter.
So I would.
Broke up. Repeat.
I think Covet's wanting to figure out whether or not this is affiliate with caviar.
Not caviar. It's a delicacy. In real life, it's a delicacy that they have in the Philippines. Is this that?
It is.
Okay, then please do not describe it.
Okay.
I do not want to clean up a mess in real life. Thank you.
Very well. Do you consume this, Twilight?
I motion for my friends to also to partake of the meal that our host has so graciously offered us.
Okay. Does anyone want to eat these little black pearls?
I do, but that is only because I've done it in real life.
Okay. I'm so sorry.
It's not bad, actually.
I will pass on that one. Thank you. But the...
I'll give it a try.
Go ahead.
Then
Go
I'll
ahead.
give it a try.
All right. It's lard. It is very much like various eggs that you have eaten from under the water.
Both of these.
Sorry, you broke up. Repeat that.
I said, I'll mutter that I don't even need to add extra salt to these.
No, for we salt it with the salt of the sands. Enjoy.
A blessing of Jati Kam, isn't it?
They mutter, "You know of the spirits?"
I have learned basic information about them.
They will put their
Certainly.
back of their hand up against their forehead. Of Jatikam, then.
I have
And I do the same.
It's a delicious meal. No one sits down during this entire time. The only people who take any seats are the people who are injured or deformed. They are resting on the ground, and one of them, a girl with a withered hand, is currently head down on the ground, looking into the distance, her eyes rolled up into the top of her head, and she is muttering.
Can I hear what she's muttering?
Roll the perception check. The 21. Fires. Fires burn. Souls arrive. Fires burn. The great snakes emerge from the cave. Far to the distance. Cannot go. Cannot go. Fear is in the mountain. We cannot go.
Fear in the Mountain, that one, that actually piques my interest. And she listens a little harder. Is this like all that she says over and over and over, like a
Over and
flute?
over and over again. You listen for a little while. A elderly man who is missing his left leg hobbles up and then collapses at your feet. She sees. She sees beyond the horizon. She will be well. There is no need for your concern.
No, of course not. It, when you say she sees beyond the horizon, is this just to understand? Is this more of like she's a seer? She can see the future.
Nay, she is a wayfinder. She sees the lights, as all us wayfinders do. We place our head upon the ground. We see the sights beyond what our sights can see.
I have heard much of wayfinders, but still know so little of them. How do you become one? It seems like a monumental task.
We have heard that there were challenges, and it has piqued our interest, and we would like to prove ourselves.
Elbeck looks at you. We're not the first to have asked this in recent times. About a year ago, another group of wanderers from above the seas traveled here and sought the challenge of the fruit of the mountain.
Kiki's gonna look over at Twilight and Covet and Islarin with kind of like try not to be seen, but with a curious look. Like it seems like that might be what you guys do want. So he's trying to convey a question without saying it out loud because not sure how much you want to talk about your goals.
What became of them in there, Alan?
They became wayfinders and left promptly after. After that, we do not know.
Did they part as friends?
Yes,
Good.
they faced fear in the mountain.
While procuring the fruit, or the fruit itself is the challenge?
He reaches into his belt and he produces a small tablet. The tablet looks like this. Go to the mountain, should you choose, and recover the fruits. Bring them back here and arrange them in the appropriate manner. How this is done, I do not know. But Jatikam smiles upon those who do so, and they become wayfinders of Australia.
GM, can we put this in the journal?
Yep, it is in the journal.
Thank you.
Oh, that pearl can't be moved.
It cannot.
But there seems to be some images in some of these squares.
Indeed.
I don't know. I'd be into it if you guys wanna go, to get some fruit out of the mountain.
I'm with it.
Elbeck, is there anything in the mountain that you wish for us to bring back for you as our token of appreciation of your hospitality?
Meat. The mountain is not a place that we go to. Because fear is in the mountain. We do not go. It is strange that you would have such a desire to face fear.
To face fear is to understand oneself.
That is a strange statement. I disagree.
Fear is to be tamed.
If one could tame fear, then one is greater than most. He who does not fear the fool.
I never said I don't. I never said that I wasn't afraid of fear. Fear is something that one must learn to control.
I wish you the best then. The mountain it lies 3 days hence in the distance across the great flat. Should you so choose, I have a pair of friends who are visiting at the moment, Nashin and Sorokan of the Flaming Arch. They will be heading in that direction the day next. Would you like me to introduce you to them?
It would be
Yes,
honored.
please.
Elbeck will walk you over towards a pair who are off to the side, and their outfits vary vastly compared to the people that you are currently talking to. Where the people you currently are with are wearing white tunics and white outfits for the most part. These two are wearing a dark orange, almost tan. They introduce themselves as Nachin of the Flaming Arch and Sorokan of the Flaming Arch. They open their hands, palms upwards, and smile broadly at you. These people are leaner. You can tell that they are more used to riding and being out on fast animals. These are not burly people. Greetings. Elmix states that you wish to seek the mountain.
We need to find some fruit in the mountain.
They look at each other. You too seek the fruit of the mountain? Are you friends or related to the coin?
I know of the coin.
And they were a part of our clan in the west.
West. Strange, for the coin came from the west. He stated that he would conquer all of Australia and bring gold flowing down the mountainsides. Or have you brought to bring gold?
I know not of the claims or the boasts that he made, but we share a organization.
Our goals are
Interesting.
separate. We merely seek to rescue a friend who was captured and brought here in order to find him, learn how to walk the continent. So
So you
basically
wish
on the
to
mountain.
become wayfinders in order to walk Australia as your own tribe.
Absolutely.
Very well. Tomorrow, hence, we will travel towards the mountain's foot. When we arrive, we will guide you to the cave of the fruits. There we will leave you. Should you succeed, bring the fruits back to Elbeck, and he will test you. We cannot stay, though, for we are needed at the Flaming Arch.
We appreciate your assistance.
Of course. Happy hanging to you.
And to you as well.
They go and start hanging up their hammocks.
I do the same.
I help Twilight hang the hammock.
Cool. Everyone seems to be preparing for bed. A couple people get on top of these large four-legged birds. They're flightless, very vestigial wings on either side. But a couple of people are going to sleep on the birds in the saddle. The injured people roll out little mats and sleep on the ground. Night falls. The moon rises in the distance, and you can see stars, far more than you've ever seen before, speckling the sky. The light from the moon and stars combined allow you to see into the distance even at night. Wind picks up. You guys can all take a long rest once again.
Sweet.
As you wake the next morning, go ahead. Go ahead.
Oh, I was just going to say that so Kiki's going to fly up here and perch and
Okay.
sleep from up there. Is there anything that I can see in the distance?
In the distance, you can see the mountains. They are a very long way away across this desert. They would be
Nope.
horizontal mountains, but they are rising up beyond the edge of the horizon. You can't see the foot of the mountains because they're so far away.
Do I
In
see
all
any
other
movement or
directions,
anything?
just movement. Yeah, you'll see a variety of people riding these four-legged birds across the plains. Some of them very bulky and beefy, being chased by smaller ones. There's little kids riding on small birds. These people are absolutely having a great time. And I will go ahead and show you one of them all because it's so much fun. Go. This is what one of them all looks like.
Looks like a hippogriff.
Kind of.
Oh my god. They do look like turduckens.
Right? These people are having a good old time. You'll even catch sight, Kiki, of several of the kids playing a game similar to polo, where they have long sticks that they use to kick a ball around from the back of these birds. Twilight, are you going to ask for trade?
I am.
How would you like to approach this?
Considering that we're getting ready to depart towards the mountain over across the desert sands for the Neon 3 days, plus a return trip, that we may need to restock our supplies, and wondering if they had items to trade and to assist in our journey, and whether or not
We have,
one. Go ahead.
we have handicrafts and goods, both livestock and resources. What do you seek?
Well, the first one would be whether or not some healing potions, and if not healing potions, then ultraseas or other items of uh, health recovery.
Okay. Potions
Um,
we have limited of. We have traded and not used. But we have these, and he produces a small basket that looks very familiar, as it's got the logo of Angus Farboiler on the side of it.
I
There are
smiled quite a
there are
bit.
six potions of greater healing in that.
are those available for coin or for trade?
For both. Weight of gold is gold. But we also have this, and he produces an alabaster jar. Looks very much like glass, full of an ointment. This is better than the potions, should you so choose.
Arcana or medicine?
Okay, with the nat 20, we'll just give you King Tom's ointment. That is what that ointment
Oh,
is.
yeah,
Oh,
that's
that's
good.
amazing.
Yeah, that's some good stuff.
That's what I thought it was, but I wasn't certain.
So for trade, we will grant the potions are worth 600 gold pieces, the weight of such. The ointment, for a jar full of 5 doses, will also be 500 gold pieces.
I will definitely pitch in if anyone wants to. Like, I've got enough to buy it all, or we could, I'm sure we want to split these things up though.
Guys, and I look at the group, and say, with what we picked up from where we were, we have enough to purchase it all and still have some left over from group loot, from group coins.
Oh, from the group. Okay, let's do it.
We have many doses of this ointment. It is made from the fat of the mall.
Um, we would definitely like the ointment and the potions, please.
Very
How
well.
much is that? How much is that again? I'm sorry.
The weight of 1,100 gold pieces.
I give him 1,100 gold pieces from the group.
Thank you. He holds his hand up against his head. Thus, trade is achieved between those from over the sea and we of the slashing winds.
I do the same.
Anything
successing.
else? Go and roll your performance, Covet.
Performance, you said?
Yeah.
Yes, please.
21.
21's pretty good. Yeah, you do a very nice job of being graceful and polite in the trade. He's impressed.
I pull out these claws. These
claws?
are the bear claws.
Okay, the Bahir, got it.
And I asked what they would potentially take in trade for those.
He looks at them. These are the flightless dragons. They're common amongst my people, but hard to kill. We will trade you. What do you wish? New hammocks? Meat? Water? What do you wish for?
Would we be able to procure a mole egg?
He looks at you. Such a thing is not easy. You seek to purchase one that is like our child. I am
I
not
mean, no
certain this
insult
is
or
best.
offense.
You would need to grant us something greater than the claws of an earthbound worm. What would you offer him in exchange for something that he sees as a family member?
That's tough. The only other things that I have are either books, which I don't think that they would appreciate, and I'm just thinking to myself right now.
Yep.
Or potentially the flying carpet that Covet's got, or some of the skins that I've managed to pick up across this journey.
So, as you are speaking to yourself, I will not answer any of those. What would you like to offer?
Hold on just a second.
Sure. Sounds like real life is taking an impact. About the rest of you, is there anything else that you guys would like to trade?
Trade not so much as perhaps I suppose I'm mostly curious about of relationships Rushing Winds have with the spirits, particularly with Shalon.
What do you wish to know?
The scope of that which I wish to know is beyond even my own understanding. Perhaps I could start by asking, what is the way that you would normally commune with Shalon? Is it something that uh, do you seek them out actively, or simply allow yourself to be graced with Shalon's presence, or is it something else?
We dance with the wind in the mornings and at night and during the day. We stand amongst the great winds and allow them to flow through us.
Will will you be dancing at any point before we depart?
Yes. Would you like to join us?
I would indeed.
Very well. Come to us at high noon when the sun is high, and we will dance before the winds.
I look forward to it.
Speaking of the winds, I have something that you might be interested in exchange for the Moloch. I don't know if, and I mean no insult if it is not enough, but um, I do have this, and I pull out the flying carpet.
A rug.
And um, and I show that it actually I actually say the word fly
Okay.
or hover.
Okay.
I say the word hover, and the carpet will raise off the ground
Okay.
just like 2 or 3 feet.
Sure. Cool. They look at you. We will trade an egg for this flying rug.
And I demonstrate what he had done before with the hand, with the back of the hand on the
Sure.
forehead.
Awesome. They will replicate it back at you as they appreciate the trade, and they will provide you with a large egg. It's about, a foot in diameter by about 18 inches tall. It's a big egg. Ostriches have nothing on these eggs.
And she looks at Twilight, and she gets him to help her put it in the hat. Well, she has him just open it up as she holds this egg very very gingerly, because she knows that that this egg is like a family member. So she's treating it with great care as she gently places it into the haversack.
Very well. All right. Any other training you guys want to do today?
You wouldn't happen to have any sugar cubes, would you? And Absinthe crawls up onto her shoulder, and I just look at him and say, "My little dragon here adores sugar cubes, and I'm running low."
They look at you. No, but we have these, and they produce a small brown square. Kind of looks like a sugar cube.
What are these?
These are the hearts of honey.
May my dragon try one to see if he likes
Of course.
it?
And they will break off a little piece and feed it to the dragon.
And how does Absinthe react?
The crystalline form of honey gets in his mouth and sticks to the roof of his mouth. He sits there with his long tongue, trying to lick at it like a dog with peanut butter. He likes it, but it's a bit of a chore.
I'll take a stack of these. All right. How much would that cost?
1 gold for this small box.
All right. So I give him 1 gold, and again with my hand, with the back of my hand across my forehead.
They repeat the gesture, and you will gain 64 honey cubes.
All right, buddy. You can't eat these too fast.
Your dragon's looking at the box with lust.
Dude, I know how many are in there, and I will count them, and you know it.
You get nipped on the side of the neck.
I tap his nose, and the tip of his nose, and I'm like, "Don't you do that? You know better. No more sugar. No more honey cubes if you keep that up."
He curls up, rises down back into your backpack, and sticks his head out and just rests his head on your shoulder, impatiently waiting for another honey cube.
I break off a piece of one and hand it to him.
He disappears into your backpack.
There's no living that one down.
No. Hoping that his mate actually saw me, Kevin kind of looks for how do you say karate?
Yeah.
Karate?
Uh-huh.
How do you
For a time, yeah.
She looks around trying to kind of hoping that she saw Covet rebuke the little dragon.
She did. She's putting on a brave face of a warrior woman and trying to not act impressed.
And inside Covet's reeling. She's like, "Yes, I got some respect."
All right. As noon rolls around, several of the people are going to head out of the tent and into the wide open space. They go walking together, and they invite Islarin to go with.
I will
I will
actually
join
go
them.
as well.
Violet's going to join as well. Awesome.
I will follow.
Cool.
I'm gonna fly above and keep an eye on the situation.
The wind begins to get so strong that you have a hard time moving forward and keeping your position, but you can fly. It's just very intense wind. As these
This is
people get
intense
out-
up here.
Got one job on this ship. As you guys walk away from the tent a good 100 yards, they find an open spot in this vastness to begin a very choreographed dance. They will instruct you in how to perform the dance themselves so that you can follow along. It's slow, methodical, and graceful. It's very much Tai Chi. An instructor at the front leading the dance. I need performance checks from Twilight and Islarin and whoever else is participating. Awesome.
Nice.
Hold
But
on,
you've-
it's coming.
Okay.
I'm on my way. I'm on my way.
Ha-ha!
With a 25. Damn! So, you all three continue the dance and follow along very gracefully. Proving yourselves proud practitioners of the Dance of the Winds, you guys will each gain inspiration as the spirit of motion washes over you and grants you a blessing for the day. So go ahead and add inspiration to your character sheets.
Nice.
Then tough noogies. You will feel at peace and rejuvenated. You gain the benefits of a long rest and feel a good connection to the entire environment around you. Something
feel
out
at
there
peace
is looking
and
out for you.
rejuvenated.
Yeah.
and rejuvenated. I feel
Got
connected.
one job. One job on this show. Yep. All right. As you finish the dance, the people will all bow to each other, raise their hands to the sky, and then shuffle back to the tent like nothing happened.
I'll mirror the gestures.
Oh.
Same.
And I think that's a good stopping point for us for this week, as next week we will come back with the other two people who are missing this week and have a little bit more fun exploring the Australian culture and the tribe of the Slashing Winds.